Still styling your hair the way you did at 40. That might be why it looks thinner today. Let that sink in for a second. Hi there, lovely. I say this not to criticize, but to invite you into something better. If you've ever stood in front of the mirror, running your fingers through hair that once felt full, soft, and wonderfully yours, only to wonder where it all went, you're not alone. So many women over 60 carry this quiet frustration. Even those of us who once had thick, lively hair now find ourselves dealing with flatness, scalp peeking through, and styles that just don't sit right anymore. And maybe you've tried everything. More mousse, more teasing, curling irons, hairsprays, but instead of lifting your look, it just weighs you down. Here's the honest truth no one tells us. It's not your fault. It's just that the old methods weren't built for the hair you have now. But there's good news, beautiful news. You don't need to fight your hair. You don't need to chase what you had in your 30s. You can look stunning, sophisticated, and completely like yourself, simply by shifting the way you style. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a fresh, elegant approach to styling thin hair, one that's especially powerful for women over 60. You'll learn what actually works for mature hair, and maybe even fall back in love with what you see in the mirror. So don't go anywhere, because what's coming next could be the most refreshing thing you've heard about your hair in years. Part 1. Why old styling tricks no longer work. Here's the thing, my friend. Most of us were taught that when our hair starts to thin, we just need to work harder. Add layers, tease it, spray it stiff. Keep it long because long hair is feminine, right? But let me ask you something honest. Have any of those tricks actually worked lately? I've been no too, standing in the bathroom, doing all the steps I used to do in my 40s, only to end up with hair that looks tired, heavy, kind of like it gave up halfway through the day. Here's the twist no one tells us. The problem isn't your hair. It's the old routine. Hair changes as we age, not just in how much we have, but in texture, density, and how it behaves. What once held a curl all day now falls flat by lunchtime. What once looked full with a bit of teasing now looks overdone, even brittle. And that long, familiar hair we've clung to for decades? Sometimes it does the opposite of what we hoped. It drags the face downward, exposes more scalp, and makes us look more tired than we feel. That's not because we've done anything wrong. It's because we're still using the rules for a different season of life. But here's where it gets exciting and freeing. What if, instead of trying to make thin hair look thicker, you styled it in a way that made it look lighter, fresher, and more intentional? Women over 60 aren't invisible. We're wise. We're layered. We're bold in quieter ways. And your hair? It should reflect that, not apologize for it. The key is to stop chasing volume like we did in the 80s and start focusing on shape, lift, softness, and a cut that flatters exactly who you are today. And speaking of shape, that's the first place to start. Because the right haircut, it doesn't just change how your hair looks. It changes how you feel when you walk out the door. Coming up next, the cut that actually works, and why your current one might be holding you back more than you think. Part 2. The cut that changes everything. Let me say this up front, because no one told me either. Your haircut is your foundation. And if that foundation is based on the past, on what used to work, no wonder it feels like nothing's quite falling into place. I used to think my hair just needed more product, more time, more effort. But the truth? I needed less of the old, and one good cut that finally understood where I'm at now. Let's start by clearing up one simple misunderstanding. Thin hair isn't the same as fine hair. Thin hair means you have fewer strands. Fine hair means those strands are delicate, silkier, smaller in diameter. Many of us, by the time we hit 60, has both. So when we show up at the salon asking for what we've always had, it often backfires, softly and quietly, but consistently. And here's the part no one tells us. That long hair we held onto, maybe because it felt romantic or because we feared looking old with short hair, it can actually do more harm than good. Long, thinning hair often hugs the scalp, exaggerates sparse spots, and lacks structure. And instead of framing your face, it pulls it down, especially around the jawline and eyes. But don't worry, I'm not here to tell you to chop it all off. You don't need a pixie, unless you want one. What you need is a length with purpose. For most women with thinning hair, the sweet spot is somewhere between chin and shoulder. But even more important than the length is the shape. Now, I know we've all been told layers add volume, but not all layers are created equal. Choppy, chunky layers, they can make thin hair look uneven and stringy. What we want are soft, blended layers, ones that move gracefully and build volume in gentle, flattering ways. Imagine a subtle lift at the crown, a light frame around your cheekbones, ends that aren't blunt, but feathered and full of air. Here's a little stylist secret. The shortest layers should never be hiding underneath. They should be near your face, lifting it, lighting it, softening it. It's like contouring with hair, and it makes a world of difference. And let's talk ends. Avoid heavy, straight-across cuts. They can make thin hair look like it's clinging for dear life. Ask your stylist for point cutting or slide cutting techniques. They'll give your ends movement and softness, like your hair is floating, not fighting. Because you're not just getting a haircut. You're reshaping how the world sees you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. Coming up next, the secret weapon no one talks about. How color, done right, can add instant depth and dimension, even if you're fully gray. Part 3. Color that creates depth, not damage. Here's something that might surprise you. It certainly surprised me. Most women over 60 are coloring their hair in ways that actually make it look thinner. Not because we're doing anything wrong. We're just doing what used to work. Maybe you've gone darker to cover gray, or lighter, hoping to soften things up. But what no one tells us is, when your hair is thinning, contrast can be your enemy. Let's say you used to be a rich brunette. Now you're coloring your hair jet black, thinking it looks youthful. But against thinning hair, that deep color makes your scalp scream for attention. Or maybe you went blonde years ago, and now you're platinum. At first, it felt fresh, but now, your hair might look flat, washed out, or, worst of all, like it's lost all its texture. So here's the shift. Instead of chasing dark versus light, aim for dimension. The sweet spot. Stay within 1 to 2 shades of your natural tone, and add gentle highs and lows, not chunky highlights, not zebra stripes, just soft, strategic light and shadow, the way sunlight plays through curtains. This technique, whether it's baby lights, low lighting, or even color melting, makes your hair look fuller by tricking the eye with depth. It creates the illusion of movement and texture, even if your hair is on the finer side. And for my silver sisters, embracing the gray, you have more power than you think. Gray doesn't have to be dull. A few well-placed lowlights can add richness, tone, and that luminous glow around your face. Even a root smudge in a soft taupe or beige can make the transition look intentional, not accidental. This isn't about hiding. It's about choosing a color that honors your now, not your then. And here's the best part. Modern color techniques grow out beautifully. No harsh lines, no every 3 weeks panic appointments. Just graceful, easy maintenance that gives you freedom and confidence. Because color shouldn't stress you out. It should lift you up. Next up, let's talk about what really makes thin hair come alive. Not more volume, but lift, movement, and air. And it's easier than you think. Part 4. Styling for lift, not volume. Let's be honest. We've all tried to fix our thinning hair the same way we did in the past. We tease. We backcomb. We load it up with mousse, sprays, and hope. But here's what I've learned, often the hard way. Thin hair doesn't need more volume. It needs lift, movement, and a little breathing room. Volume tends to puff everything up in one direction, usually outward. But lift gives your hair height where you want it, softness where you need it, and a natural elegance that says, I'm not trying too hard. I just look this good. So let's simplify, not add more products or more effort. Let's just style smarter. Step 1. Wash less, trust more. Oven washing strips away the natural oils that help thin hair stay soft and hold its shape. Try washing every 2 to 3 days. And on those in-between days, a light mist of dry shampoo at the crown adds just enough grip for lift. No powdery mess. Step 2. Product with purpose. Less is truly more here. Instead of layering 5 different sprays, pick one lightweight root-lifting product. Use it only where you need it, at the roots, and in the tiniest amount. About a dime-sized drop is often plenty. Step 3. Blow dry from below. This is the game changer. Instead of dragging your brush downward, try lifting each section of hair and blow drying from underneath. Focus on the roots, not the ends, and let each section cool completely before you move on. That's when the shape actually sets. Step 4. The flip plus finger shake. After drying, flip your head over and gently shake your fingers through the roots. It breaks up any stiffness and gives your hair a soft, undone feel. The kind that moves when you do. Step 5. Bend, don't force. Avoid curling your ends under like a helmet. Instead, use a round brush or your fingers to add a soft bend, especially around the face. It lifts your features and keeps the whole look modern and breezy, not stiff or overdone. And here's the beautiful part. This approach doesn't just make your hair look better, it makes it feel better. Light, touchable, free. The way hair is meant to be. Because you're not trying to look 30 again. You're styling for who you are today. Elegant, smart, and completely in your element. Coming up next, what to do when your hair has other plans, and the little finishing touches that turn bad hair days into moments of quiet confidence. Part 5. Finishing touches and bad hair day fixes. Let's talk about real life for a second. Because no matter how perfect the cut, color, or routine, some mornings your hair just doesn't cooperate. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means you're human. And your hair is too. But those off days, they don't have to ruin your mood or your confidence. Let's start with the finishing touches, the small, quiet details that bring everything together. Hairspray the right way. Most of us were taught to mist our entire head. But thin hair doesn't need a helmet. It needs support. Instead, lift small sections at the crown and spray right at the roots, about 6 inches away. You get hold exactly where you want it, and softness everywhere else. Texture is your friend. Flat, perfectly combed hair can make thin strands look even thinner. Instead, try this. Spray a tiny bit of texturizing spray or cream into your palms, not directly on your hair. Rub your hands together, then gently scrunch the ends. It gives that lived-in, effortless touch without stiffness. Now, what about those truly stubborn days? You know the ones. Hair won't sit right, your parts being difficult, and nothing feels flattering. That's when it's time to get creative, not frustrated. Accessorize with intention. A silk scarf loosely tied around your hairline isn't hiding, it's styling. It can look elegant, relaxed, and polished in 5 seconds flat. Or try a soft fabric headband that complements your outfit. It keeps hair away from the face and draws attention to your eyes and smile. And here's one you might not expect. Circle, embrace the sleek look. Yes, even with thinning hair, a touch of lightweight hair oil, smoothed gently over the top and sides, can create a clean, sculpted look that feels modern and strong. It says, "I'm not covering anything up. I'm choosing this look on purpose." And let's not forget your hands. Throughout the day, a gentle tousle at the roots with your fingertips can revive softness, volume, and movement. Far better than any brush, because this isn't just about styling hair. It's about framing your presence, the quiet confidence you carry into every room. And coming up next, we'll bring everything full circle with a reminder of what really matters most when it comes to thinning hair, beauty, and being seen. Conclusion: you're not fading, you're refocusing. So here we are. You've just taken a gentle, powerful step towards seeing your hair and yourself in a new light. We've unlearned the old tricks. We've discovered cuts, colors, and styles that truly support where you are now. But more than that, we've shifted the story. Because here on Glow After 60, we don't believe beauty ends at any number. We believe it evolves. Just like you. Thinning hair? That's not a flaw. It's a part of the journey you've walked. A reflection of wisdom, softness, resilience, all the things that actually make you magnetic. When you choose a style that feels right for this season, you're not chasing the past. You're honoring the woman you are today. So maybe your next step is small. A new haircut, a better blow dry, a fresh way of seeing yourself in the mirror. But even that small step, it matters. Because every woman over 60 deserves to feel visible, elegant, and completely herself. And that's what we're all about here at Glow After 60. Not perfection, not pretending, just showing up fully, honestly, and beautifully. You're not invisible. You're just getting started, again, but wiser.